Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I wanted to look at the upcoming week and indeed pull some cards on the vibe of the week. What do we need to know about the upcoming week? What are the general conditions going to be around it? What's the vibe coming forward for this week? So let's have a look. What is the vibe of the week? What are the conditions going to be like for us? What do we need to know? What would be helpful for us to know about the upcoming week? Okay, all right. I think there's going to be relief coming up in the upcoming week for some. After fairly trying times, I think for some there's going to be a little bit of happiness coming forward. So let's see. Okay, so the Three of Rods, that's telling us about expansion and teamwork. So the vibe of the week is telling us that indeed we might be working with others to achieve our aims. And so we'll be working cooperatively and in teams, in partnerships. So this is highlighting partnerships and expansion, and indeed some travel as well. So that's the vibe of the week coming up, working within teams, working with our partners to achieve our goals. Beginnings and endings, when I started this reading, I saw that there would be some relief coming up for those that have had trying times. And this card comes up very forcefully. It's probably the most forceful card in the deck. It's a major arcana, and it's talking about beginnings and endings, and it's signifying this teamwork and expansion and working collaboratively with others. So if we're talking about relief after trying times, it's like when things are completely I guess the problem, You've reached a climax in situations, and you're almost left with, and it's not a mess, but you're left with a disarray after particularly trying times. The answer to how we move forward and how we begin again is around working collaboratively with other people in partnerships. And the Five of Swords is alluding to this I guess really difficult time that many have had. The Five of Swords comes forward with worry, isolation, and indeed financial loss. So there's a financial aspect to this reading, that those that have lost, there is relief coming forward this week. And the answer indeed lies with working with others. Now, mirroring that Three of Rods and working in teams is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups comes forward around, patience and I guess hard work and sometimes waiting for results. So while relief will come, this week doesn't have a magic wand, does it? It's about picking up and starting again. It's interesting. And the Emperor comes forward again. This is the I guess strategic planning aspect. People will be working with governments, I think, and other authorities, indeed other people in power, as I said, government departments, to start again. And mirroring the Five of Swords, which is the loss, it's about moving on. So the vibe that I got when I started this reading, that indeed this will be a week of relief and starting again after loss, financial loss, worry, significant loss. There will be this moving on to, and it is to better horizons. Because the Six of Swords are necessary transitions. And the Queen of Pentacles comes forward. She's resourceful and, again, this kind of new abundance. So this working collaboratively will actually generate momentum to move forward. And it is tied up, I think there is a focus here on finances. So if you've faced some loss, this is a week for new beginnings, and it is a week, as I said, of working cooperatively with others, and almost pooling resources. It's actually quite, while there's been loss here, there's actually some quite positive aspects to this reading. And the Knight of Rods again comes forward. It's I guess creativity, it's inspiration, and it's having the space to move forward with new ideas. So it's mirroring these new beginnings. So there will be new ideas coming forward, viewers, in your situations where there's been this climax of, unsettled conditions, perhaps some loss for some. This week there will be the space to generate new ideas about moving forward. And mirroring the Five of Swords, this loss, and the necessary transitions to move forward is the World. And of course the World as we know it is the completion of life lessons sometimes. As I said, this worry, this situation that's been on people's minds, this loss perhaps for some, whatever the demanding, challenging situations have been for you, we have the conditions this week to move forward. Working with others is key. And when we have these endings and beginnings, they come because we've completed a necessary lesson, or we've completed a necessary goal, and we're moving forward now. It's the end of a cycle. So very much unsettled, challenging conditions will ease this week. So that's the vibe of the week for you, and there are new beginnings indicated. Working with others is key. These are necessary transitions. These have been life lessons, but there is the vibe of the week is moving forward cooperatively, working with others, working in teams. All of that is indicated, but there is relief here this week. And look, if you've been facing some challenging situations, relief will be evident this week. And also that inspiration, new ideas to really move on and start, in some cases, start again. All right, that's the vibe of the week for this upcoming week. Thank you.